Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. Angela Bofill has a day-to-day existence set apart by ability, love, and an unanticipated distress known for her profound voice and sincere verses. Boul's profession ranges from a few fruitful collections. Her introduction collection, Angie, delivered in 1978, moved to 5 on the U.S. Jazz Outline. Following this heavenly messenger of the night, in 1979 arrived at 2 on the U.S. Jazz Diagram, 10 on the USR and Diagram, and 34 on the Announcement 200 Outline in 1981. Her collection Something About You arrived at number 4 on the U.S. Jazz Diagram, displaying her flexibility and allure. Bofill kept on spellbinding crowds with collections like Too Extreme in 1983, which hit number 6 on the USR and B Diagram. Her single Too Extreme likewise made progress, arriving at 2 on the U.S. Dance Outline and 5 on the US R&B Diagram. All through the 1980 and 1990, she delivered a few more collections, including Secret, Let Me Be the One, Let Me Know Tomorrow, Instinct, I Need to Cherish Someone, and Love in Sluggish Movement. Angela Boul's melodic excursion mirrors her energy and ability, acquiring her acknowledgement in both jazz and R&B types. With a total assets of $3 million, she stays a regarded figure in the music industry, associated with her profound tunes and persevering commitments to music history. Angela Tomasa Bofill, brought into the world on May 19, 1954, in Brooklyn, New York City, had a rich childhood impacted by her Cuban father and Puerto Rican mother. Growing up in the Bronx, Bofill fostered a profound love for music, mixing Latin rhythms with the hints of American entertainers that motivated her. Melodic excursion started right on time, with the ends of the week devoted to concentrating on traditional music and singing in New York City's esteemed All-City Melody, which displayed top vocalists from across the 5 boroughs. She preceded her schooling at Tracker School High School, graduating in 1972, seeking after additional examinations at the Manhattan School of Music, where she sharpened her abilities, at last procuring a single Man of Music degree in 1976. Angela Boul's excursion into music started when she was only a teenager. She began singing expertly and performed with bunches like Ricardo Morero, and The Gathering in the Dance Theater of the Harlem Theme was her companion. Jazz flst Dave Valentine, who acquainted her with Dave Gruen and Larry Rosen of Gruen Records, a jazz name, saw her true capacity and marked her driving to the arrival of her introduction collection, Angie, in 1978. This collection, delivered by Gruen and Rosen, was a hit, lauded by pundits and adored by fans. It highlighted the famous tune, This Time I'll Be Better, co-composed by Gwen Guthrie and Horace Fire, and her own jazz piece, Under the Moon and Over the Sky. Boul didn't stop there. In under a year, she delivered her second collection, Heavenly Messenger of the Evening, which outperformed the progress of her introduction. This collection included hits like What I Wouldn't Accomplish for the Love of You, Thou, the vivacious title track, Holy Messenger of the Evening. Also, her tune I Attempt, later covered by Will, Bringing Down in 1991. These collections shot Bofill into the spotlight, making her one of the earliest Latina vocalists to accomplish distinction in both R&B and jazz music circles. Angela Boul's excursion in music took off after her charging execution at Avery Fisher Lobby during the Newport Jazz Celebration in 1980, supported by a gifted troupe, remembering for Alan Gums on consoles, Sammy Figueroa on percussion, and a 9-piece band. Her show was a victory, including visitors like Steve K.H. and Eddie Daniels. This execution grabbed the eye of Clive Davis, head of Arista Records, underlining her rising star power and changing marks to Arista for her collection, Something About You, in 1981, delivered by Narut Michael Walden. Angela expects to vanquish standard R&B and pop, while the collection's singles, Holdin' Out for Affection. Also, the title track caused disturbances on the R&B graphs. It didn't match prior victories. The organization with Walden went on with Excessively Extreme in the following year, where the title track arrived at number 5 on the ER&B Diagram and ruled dance floors for quite a long time. Another hit this evening, I Give In, cemented her presence in the best 20. Her coordinated effort with Walden went on with secretly producing the R&B hit, I'm On Your Side, covered by Jennifer Occasion, to further a case. Regardless of these triumphs, Angela Boul's vocation was set apart by highs and difficulties. every collection displaying her flexible ability and versatility in the music business, later recording 2 collections with the Framework and George Duke at Arista Records. She moved on in the mid-1980s following the birth of her little girl. She moved to Capitol Records and teamed up with maker Norman Connor on Instinct 1988. This collection included her front of Gino Vanelli's I Simply Need to Stop, which turned into a remarkable hit, arriving at number 11 on the Reverbera. Throughout the following years, Angela recorded 3 additional collections and loaned her particular vocals to projects by Diana Ross Kirk and Norman Connor's Endlessness. 2000, her live exhibitions acquired worldwide praise, particularly in Asia, and she participated in well-known stage creations like God Could Do Without Terrible and What a Man Needs, What a Man Needs. She visited broadly across the US and Europe, dazzling crowds in multi-craftsman jazz shows in a strong turn in the wake of encountering a deficiency of her singing skill because of a stroke in 2007. Angela got back to the stage with the Angela Boul Experience, a profoundly private show where she read her biography and music, joined by craftsmen like Plateau Lek, Phil Perry, and Melba Moore. Angela returned to her most prominent hits and signature melodies, leaving an enduring effect on her crowd in acknowledgement of her perseverance through commitments to music. Angela Bofill was regarded in 2023 with enlistment into the Ladies Musicians Corridor of Acclaim, establishing her heritage as a pioneer in R&B and soul music medical conditions. Passing Angela Bofill confronted a serious well-being challenge in 2006 when she had a stroke that left her incapacitated on her left side. She remained at Sutter Clinic in St. Nick Rosa, California, and later concentrated care started discourse and physical treatment without medical coverage. A benefit show was coordinated to help cover her clinical costs. Her administrator, Rich Heavenly Messenger, and New York radio broadcast KISS-FM, WFA, and FM organized a show on Walk 11 2006 at the Bergen Performing Expression Center in Englewood, New Jersey. More support came from the Cadence and Blues establishment, and during this time her collection Live from Manila, kept in September 2004, was delivered. Sadly, Angela experienced another stroke in July 2007, which further impacted her discourse and versatility, requiring progressing treatment. Unfortunately, Angela Bofill died on June 13, 2024, at 70 years old at her girls' home in Vallejo, California, as affirmed by her delegate to Individuals magazine. The insight about her demise resonated through online entertainment, with an authority declaration on her Facebook page. Expressing it is with incredible pity that we share the death of our dear companion Angie, who left us on the morning of June 13th. Her chief rich point was later explained in a subsequent post, communicating to address any disarray in the interest of Shauna Bofill and spouse Chris Portuguese. We tragically affirm Angela's passing recently. We are thankful for the sympathies from Melba Moore and Plateau during this troublesome time. Her inheritance as a capable vocalist and lyricist perseveres, recalled for her music as well as likewise for her flexibility, even with well-being challenges. Dear watchers, are you curious to see the house where Angela Bofill has lived for more than 10 years? We welcome you to investigate Boul's astounding way of life before she dies. Manor in Los Angeles, California. Angela Bofill took a critical action in 2004, at the point when she bought an extravagant house in Los Angeles, California. This roomy home sits on a liberal 5,566 Fort Part and was initially implicit in 1980. Later, going through a total redesign in 2014, crossing 3,128 Fort. The house flaunts 4 rooms and 3 washrooms oozing class every step of the way. After entering through smart glass decorated 2-fold entryways, one is welcomed by a far-reaching and voluminous floor plan. The advanced kitchen consistently interfaces with a family room, including stone ledges, a breakfast bar, and hardened steel apparatuses, all supplemented by new paint and sparkling hardwood floors. All through the ground floor has a visitor suite with a connected private restroom ideal for facilitating companions, and family custom screens and oak and glass decorated entryways add to the home complexity. Higher up, private restrooms are embellished with stone mosaics, tile walls, and porcelain inflections emphasized by custom glass, includes the feature is the confidential expert suite of fur. Ring a different sitting region, extensive storage rooms, and a double pass-through chimney interfacing with an expert restroom with a glass-encased shower. What's more, a separate bath and a genuine desert garden outside a huge yard give more than adequate space for summer social affairs and family occasions. The cleared entry leads straightforwardly to an extra-wide carport, guaranteeing comfort valued at roughly $1.7 million. Angela Boul's home addresses a fantasy for bigger developing families, mixing extravagance with common sense and regular detail. In the house where Angela Boul passed on house in the quiet and pursued neighborhood adjoining Enino, settled in Lake Balboa, lies a property that soaks in both individual history and promising potential. This broad home, once the appreciated home of the late Angela Boul, and her girl Vio is currently ready for another part, with Vio as of late reporting its posting for $1 million. Angela Bofill, prestigious for her profound voice and significant music vocation, resided in this very house with her girl until her passing. For Vio, really focusing on her mom in their home during Angela's disease was not only an obligation. Thanks for watching this video.